Hello, welcome back to another video of JavaScript. In this video, we'll talk about the named function expression. As you know that this particular function is an anonymous function. It's having no name, okay? And why it is expression? Because it is having the semicolon like this way. And if you want to call this particular function, then you have to use this particular variable. So what is the difference between the named function and anonymous function? So let me explain that. So let me type some code over here. As you can see that this is the anonymous one and this is the named one. What is the difference between them? The difference is that it is having the name over here after the function keyword, okay? And you can give any name over here to identify this particular name. And what is the process to call this particular named function? Using this particular variable my function, we can call this variable. Okay, now let me give example of this name function. This one is nothing but the basic skeleton of a anonymous and named function expression. Now let me remove the code over here. So this one is the function one that I have created, and this one is the name function, and it is not taking any parameter. So if it is having a parameter, then you can give like a comma b comma c like this. But we, for the demonstrating purpose, we are taking not taking any parameterized function over here. Okay, and it is printing the message in the console. Okay, and if you want to call this particular function, then you can use this particular my function one, and then you can give the semicolon to take the result. So let me save it, and I'll show you the output over here. So you go to file and save it, and if you'll see the output, you can see hello from the named function. One question may arise in your mind that it is a named function, right? So can I call this particular function with this particular named function name that I have mentioned over here? So if we'll give a name over here, and if you give a semicolon, if you'll save it, it will throw the error. So what kind of error? Let me show that one also. So if we'll call this, it will give you the output name named function is not defined, but it is defined, right? But still, why it is giving the error? Because this is the expression. Because this function is nothing but the expression, and it is assigned to this particular variable, and through this particular variable we can call it, but with this name we cannot call it. So one question may arise that then what is the utilization of this particular name? So you can utilize in self-referencing. In case of self-referencing, you can use that one. Also, there is one possibility. In case of debugging, you can use the stack trace or any debugging tool to trace this particular name to debug your code easily. So this particular call is not possible, so it will give you the error. Also, if you try to directly console it like console.log name function, then also it will give you the name function is not defined. So let me save it, and if you see the output, you can get the same type of output: uncaught reference error, name function is not defined. Okay, so you can read this comment to understand it in a better way. Question may arise that you have told that we can use it to self-referencing. So give me an example so that I can relate it to. Okay, so let me remove this code, and then I'll show you the example of how we can use in the referencing. As you know that in case of factorial, we can use the recursion. What do you mean by the recursion? Recursion means when a function call itself, then it is called the recursion. So we can utilize the named function in this particular case. So let me write a few line of code over here. So as you can see that this one is nothing but the expression. Why? Because it is having the semicolon, also have the function, and it is a name expression, name function expression. Why? Because this function is having the name, and the name is name function. You can utilize, you can write any name of this particular function. You can use factorial of a number in case of named function. And as you can see that we are utilizing named function over here. I am calling the same function within the same function itself. Okay, so there we have a two case to stop the recursion process. Whenever the value of n will be less than equal to 1, then it will return 1, and in other cases it will give you this kind of operation. It will multiply n, and again it will call the self-referencing. It is calling the same function, and it is calling itself with the value -1 that it is taking n-1. So each time what will happen, it will call by itself, and when the value of n equal to 1, it will stop. Okay, and it will return the whole value uh, here whenever we are calling the factorial with the value n. And we know that if we will try to factorial of a number, then it will give its factorial value. For example, here in case of 5, it will give you the output 5 into 4 into 3 into 1 into not 0. It will stop up to n equal to 1 because of this particular condition. Okay, now if we'll try to execute this one, let me save it and I'll show you the output. It will give you 120. As you can see that it is showing the 120 as an output. So if we'll change the value to 6, then it will give its corresponding value. Let me save it and just show me the output. It will give you the 720 as an output. So this is the one example of self-referencing, and in case of easy debugging process, you can use this particular name function, because if it will be anonymous function, it will be difficult to find out the error, but if it will be name function, the identification of the function will be easier. Okay, so I hope you understood about the anonymous one and the name function. We already covered the anonymous function in our previous video. If you have not watched, I'll give you the link of that video in the description. You can watch that video as well. So thanks for watching this video. If you have any question, you can write it in the comment section. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye.